We're going to have to find ways when the playoffs start to go into those road atmospheres and win those tough games. It's only going to get tougher for us. We know that. We got to find ways to keep improving, keep getting better. We know we got to come out and play our best ball. Everybody's got to be locked in and play the best they played all season.
When we playing against a good team like that, we got to be hitting on all cylinders.
You got to just be better at the end of the day.
There's no secret. We're going to have to find ways to win these games on the road. It's going to be our reality.
Hey everybody, welcome to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur, presented by Software One. Larry McCarren along with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. And Matt, your playoff situation unsettled, but people are talking about it. But I would imagine you want your team's focus to be on the Bears and the team in the mirror, more importantly.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of areas that we need to improve upon. Certainly wasn't our cleanest outing versus the Vikings. Had a lot of miscues, I would say uncharacteristic mistakes, some really costly penalties in the game. And so we need to focus internally and keep our focus, just staying in the moment, focus on our process and our preparation, and then get ready to go play Chicago Bears.
Matt, there's a lot of talk about the Packers not beating the top teams in the NFC. Is that a factor when it comes to your guys' confidence?
I don't think so. I think it's just you got to capitalize on the moment. And there's been situations within some of these games where we haven't capitalized, and hopefully that'll give us the kick that we need and keep us hungry and focused and wanting more.
Watching the game live, it seemed like you guys needed more pass rush. What did it look like on tape?
Exactly that. You can't allow them to drop back 43 times or whatever it was and have the kind of success that they had. Obviously, they've got a very talented, one of the most elite skill position rooms in the National Football League with those receivers, the tight end, the running backs, and then Sam is playing at an MVP type level. So the best way to counter that is to get home with the pass rush.
Losing Zane Anderson, and then you had to juggle what was already a juggled secondary. Did that make things tough in the back end?
Yeah, it did, but that's the reality of our league. You got to be able to adjust and maybe put some people in positions that they didn't practice all week and ultimately find a way, and obviously we didn't get that done.
For a good part of the game, explosive type plays were hard to come by. Was that a case of what you were doing or what they were doing?
I would say it was both. They do a good job of keeping a lid on the coverage. And then when we had our opportunities versus man coverage, be it scheme or just not winning, we didn't do a good enough job.
Kind of a head scratcher is your numbers on third down in the red zone. Third down, 8 of 14. Red zone, 3 of 4. Those are excellent numbers, and yet they didn't really show up in the overall offensive production. Have you figured that one out?
Yeah, well, offensively, it was just too little, too late. Getting off to a slow start against a really good football team, that's the second time that's happened to us, and we ended up with the same result. So we got some momentum late in the game, cut it to a 2-point game, a 1-possession game, and unfortunately couldn't get the stop when we needed it.
The things you just mentioned, coming back from 27-10 in the fourth quarter, to making it a 2-point game with a chance to win. Is that something you can build on?
That's the expectation, that our guys are never going to quit. And I think that's just how we're wired, and they're going to keep competing, and that's what we asked of them at halftime. And those guys take a lot of pride in that, and I think there will never be any quit in our football team.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, Carrington Valentine. Good player, good guy. Don't miss it. Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers, by Bellin Health, and by Johnsonville. Welcome back. This one-on-one is brought to you by Brew Pub, lots of matzo pizza.
It's 2nd and 11 at the 29 of Minnesota. Low snap, Arnold Fields in a tight pocket, throws the left side, intercepted.
Yes!
Intercepted Carrington Valentine back the other way to the 40, to the 35, 30.
Carrington, first and foremost, tell me about your second career interception.
Playing corner, you gotta be like a little deceptive. I kind of just kept my shoulders square to make it look like I was gonna drive the route, and I kind of just bounced out and really just went up and high pointed the ball.
And it's intercepted, picked off by Carrington Valentine.
Did you have visions of the end zone dancing in your head?
Definitely had visions of the end zone for sure. Those visions came short real quick.
Fumbles the football, recovered by Green Bay.
By Carl Brooks. When it got poked out and Carl recovered it, boy, you gave him a big, big hug.
Yeah. I told him I got him a gift for sure for that one because my heart dropped for sure.
Always hustling Carl Brooks. Number of times you were lined up against Justin Jefferson, and I noticed you took a real physical approach with him. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, that's kind of how I play. That's how I play with everyone, especially a guy like that. He likes to compete, but I want him to compete too.
Into the end zone, left side, intercepted. Carrington Valentine.
Do you take pride in being a tough guy? I think your teammates would probably say, Carrington, he's a real deal tough guy.
Just a real gritty guy. To me, football is a tough guy sport. I view football as let's basically go out there, 11 on 11, and it's a big brawl. And who's going to win the brawl at the end of the day?
Pass play broken up, incomplete. Outstanding coverage by Carrington Valentine.
Seeding and all that stuff. Will you pay attention to that, or you just, hey, let me know where we're playing and I'll be there?
Yeah, for me at least, is let me know where we're playing and let's lace the cleats up and let's go. At the end of the day, it's football. You know what I mean? Just because we put playoff in front of it, it's still football. So, it's who's going to line up and who's prepared the best and who's going to execute.
Be among the thousands of football fans cheering on their team's NFL picks by joining us April 24th through the 26th for the NFL Draft. Visit greenbay.com/draft25 for more information.
Hey, you here? I'm a one-take wonder. Watch. All right, lock in. Hey, my name is Eric Stokes, and you here watching Total Packers. Hey, you here with Eric Stokes. Take four. And you are watching the Tape First with Matt LaFleur. Oh. Total Packer. And you watching Total Packer with Matt LaFleur. Packers. Why I keep forgetting that? Yeah. Hey, you here with Eric Stokes, and you watching. I'm laughing. I'm just too hilarious today. Hey, you here with Eric Stokes, and you're watching Total Packers with Matt LaFleur. There you go.
Welcome back. This week's Chalk Talk is brought to you by Network Health. Football facts. The Viking game was disappointing. The play of Carl Brooks was not. On this play, Carl is running a TT, or tackle-tackle stunt, with Colby Wooden. Carl's a drive man, he goes first, and Colby loops around him. The Vikings would like to zone or area block it where they switch men, but Carl makes that impossible with his penetration. Look at him. He's by 64, he picks off 56, and just like that, the Vikings look at it. Their blocking scheme is a mess. Carl keeps coming, and he pinballs off the pile, beats 64 a second time, and scores the Packers' only sack of the game. On this play, it's a straight rush, and Carl attracts no less than 3 Minnesota Vikings. That gives Brenton Cox room to work, and when he flushes the quarterback, Carl keeps coming, and that puts him in perfect position to get his hand on the football, knock it to the ground, and wreck the play. Next, Carl and Colby have switched sides, but they're still running the TT. And once again, Carl is making a mess of the Vikings blocking scheme. Look at it right there. Not surprisingly, Sam Darnold is under duress, but he still manages to complete the pass to Carrington Valentine. Carl keeps coming. And up here, he finds somebody to block, and he gets enough of the guy that Carrington can get by. Carl keeps coming. And when Carrington loses the football, Carl is there to recover. That is his third fumble recovery of the season. Carl has been making hustle plays all season long, like this one against Arizona, where he sniffs out the screen, chases down the ball carrier, knocks the ball loose, and then recovers it. Carl is the only player in the NFL with multiple fumble recoveries, a forced fumble, and a blocked kick. And he's done it 2 years in a row. And it all starts with relentless effort.
You know, I always had that ever since I was little, just having effort and, God rewards, the football gods reward people that run to the ball.
Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Network Health, by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers, and by Software One, redefining how companies build, buy, and manage everything in the cloud. We are back, and let's talk about the guys who caught the coach's eye. And Matt, let's begin with Edgerrin Cooper, 10 tackles, 4 of them for losses. The young fellow's already a difference maker.
He sure is, and he made a lot of splash plays, but I think there are a couple other plays out there that we need him to play a little bit more consistently, and the sky's the limit for him. He's such a talented player, a young player, and it seems like he's getting better every time he steps out on the field.
Matt, another guy defensively I'd like to talk about is Carl Brooks. He's been making effort plays all year long, and he made some more against the Vikings.
He sure does. He brings it every time he goes out on the grass, competes at a high level, and I think he's performing at a high level as well.
Offensively, the guy that jumps out is Romeo Doubs, because it seemed like when you really needed to play late in the game during your comeback, he was the guy who made it.
Yeah, Rome's an excellent route runner. He really competes. He's done a much better job as the season progressed in our run game as well, and then he can separate and beat anybody, and he just brings it every time he steps out on the field.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, the last word from the coach. Don't go away. The countdown to the 2025 NFL Draft has begun. Green Bay is hosting this year, and you won't want to miss it. Mark your calendars for April 24th through the 26th and visit greenbay.com/draft25 for more information.
My play style, it's just all centered around the team, like having the ability to catch transition, get upfield.
Throws right side, got Tucker Kraft. Breaks a tackle 50. Tucker Kraft, the king of the yak. Can't go through, go over.
But stretching the field vertically, post catch, that's my most important quality. It's something that holds dear to me.
Right lane, left side, Tucker Kraft wide open. Left sideline, 40, 30, 25, 20. Tight roughing the left sideline. All the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
This year, I want to be the best tight end in the outside zone block.
Tucker Kraft did an excellent job of blocking.
Getting off the ball, trying to run down someone bigger.
That's hard to do in the open field.
I think a lot of run games are said when the tight end can run off the ball in the outside zone. That's something I want to do for our team.
He just makes play after play after play.
Go! Mic'd up?
Yep. I'm mic'd up.
Yep.
So I was letting you know.
I'm saying what I say.
I know, they're not going to put it out there anyway. This exact conversation is going to show up in the team meeting room. Ah! Absolutely, big boys. Let's go. Strength and honor. That's what? May your hammer be mighty. Hey, 1-3.
Ordained for this, bro. Believe in yourself, trust in yourself, and go be great today, bro.
About us, bro.
Hand off to Jacobs again, cutting left to the end zone, reaching, touchdown, Josh Jacobs.
Dude, if I were a punter, I would totally wear gloves.
My punter in college was like, you're right.
I'm not taking any chances on that football.
You do it enough times, you catch the same catch over and over.
It's true.
Back to throw under pressure, immediately dumps it off right side. Kraft gets a block, cuts it back inside the number 30 to the 25, twisted down 21-yard line. Penalty marker flies on the play.
Personal foul, low block, number 22, defense. Hey, good blocking. Good blocking. I just pressed and ran off you guys. Great stuff. Damn, you're big. Yeah, he's a big boy.
Snap to Love in the shotgun. He sets, he fired left side. He's got Tucker Kraft wide open. 30 to the 20. Brought down across the 20-yard line number. Inside the Vikings 20 on a big gain.
The Last Word with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Construction Business Group and Wisconsin Operating Engineers Local 139. Welcome back. Time for the last word from the coach. And Matt, you guys got the playoffs coming up. The Bears have lost 10 straight. Bottom line, is this kind of a weird game to get ready for?
No, I don't think so. I think you got to focus on what's right in front of you, and certainly there's a lot of things that we need to clean up from the Vikings game and just continue to improve, because we want to hit our stride at the right time. And what an opportunity to go out against our rival in the Chicago Bears and try to get some of that momentum going into the playoffs.
Thank you, Matt. Best of luck against those Bears, and thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.